Hi, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your mid to end of May 2022 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm and really helps this channel out. So thank you so much for doing so. If you are interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. I want to apologize if I sound stuffed up. My allergies are quite intense right now, which is weird. Okay, so let's see what energy we need to be mindful of during this time, Sagittarius. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We need to be mindful of how hard we're working, how hard we're being on ourselves also while we're working. There's a sense of really expecting perfection. Now, there can be somebody around us, also a boss or somebody who's an authority figure who's telling us we need to work harder type of thing. So really acknowledging that we don't is going to be something that feels rebellious. So it's either internally that we're telling ourselves, okay, we need to work harder, or it's an external thing that's coming forward. But we need to know that we're working well, and that if we put so much pressure on ourselves, that we're going to hit a wall. Yeah, and our body is going to make us stop. It can be getting run down, having a cold, or going out to go into the car, and then all of a sudden you have a flat tire and you're like, oh my goodness. So there is something that will happen that will make us slow down if we don't slow down ourselves. So let's see our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Okay. These three right here. So we have the third eye chakra, the heart chakra, and the crown chakra. So the third eye chakra is visualization, the heart chakra is love, and the crown chakra is peace. So there's a real need for us to visualize, not love, this is forgiveness. So our heart chakra is forgiveness. There is a need for us to visualize the blockages within our world that are holding back our hearts, that are keeping us from moving forward in the way that we really, really want to. And now it is time to start crowning ourselves with peace. And if we don't do that, there's a sense like if we just look at the hurt and the pain and we visualize moving past that, there is a sense that it's like another blockage that we'll hit, because we need to look at, how do I bring peace? How do I bring harmony into my life, into what I want, into what I need? So that's going to be a very important aspect for us during this time. It's like, where do I need to be and what do I need for me? And visualizing ourselves walking into that stage of our lives and into that place of our existence where we'll visualize it, we'll see it. And some days we'll do really, really well and it'll be awesome. And some days we won't. So we just need to find that balance within ourselves. And again, forgive ourselves for not always being perfect. There's an air of, I just have to be perfect during this time. It's unreasonable and it's harmful to us. So let's look at our tarot energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay, fantastic. So I'm going to turn everything over at once. Of course, you can't see that. There we go. All right. So where we are right now is that we have the Knight of Cups. We're moving forward, and emotionally, we're very much guarding ourselves. There is a sense that I'm moving towards what I want and what I need, but I'm also really afraid to commit to it, to say that this is where I want to be. We're actually, our challenge during this time, and these two are going to be connected, is really embracing a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, of embracing our knowledge, of opening up the door, of saying, yes, I know, and I'm letting this knowledge guide me forward. And it's because we have come into contact with somebody who has made us doubt our hearts. It has made us doubt, okay, am I moving forward the right way, or am I on the right path? Spirit is sending you signs. And they can be little signs, like you could be watching a video and all of a sudden you see something, and you're like, oh, wow, I knew somebody who had that, picture hanging on their wall, or it says, something that you're really interested in, or they mention something. I just see it being very abstract, but it's going to mean something quite profound to you. And what we're struggling with also here, Sagittarius, is a sense of letting our heart rule, because we're going to want it to be a little bit more than that. We're going to want it to have more meaning, or we're going to want it to have more oomph behind what we're choosing. It's like, I want the research, I want everything all done out perfectly, and this is going to be a little bit more instinctual. It's going to be a little bit more messy. And Spirit's saying here, don't disregard it just because it's not fitting into the box that we want. And so that's where we are right now. We're learning how to listen to our hearts, or we're embracing listening to our hearts, even though it's a challenge, and it really is a challenge. The Ace of Swords, with being the challenge that we're facing during this time, is that we're getting a gift of our voice, and we're doubting it because, again, we want everything to be perfect. It's kind of like I'm learning something. It's kind of like when you're learning a language, right? And if you can't speak it perfectly, you don't want to speak it at all, which is completely, reasonable in our minds when we're engaging in something. But even when children learn to speak, they don't speak well at first. And then as they learn, it's like, okay, they learn how to put the sentences together. They learn how everything goes, the tenses, everything like that. And so we have to be kind to ourselves with the knowledge that is coming, because there's a sense of, but you're learning. And Spirit is saying to you, but you're learning. Why do you expect yourself to be perfect instantaneously? You're learning. And there's just also this gift of knowledge and a clarity of voice and clarity of insight. And it's almost like we're afraid of it. Like this clarity comes and we've wanted it for so long. And then when it comes in, it's like, oh no, I can't do it. Or, oh no, it can't be like that. And it moves us to what we're focused on. And again, we're focused on work. We're focused on hard work, discipline, dedication, determination, insight. And it's all like, if I just work hard enough, if I put in my 10,000 hours, if I, do this just like this, then it'll be perfect. And Spirit's really saying, Sagittarius, take perfect out of your vocabulary, because we can tend to lose ourselves during this time in work. It's going to be more and more and more, working longer, working harder, pushing more. And Spirit's saying, what are you getting from that? So just be aware. It's kind of like we have this attitude of work hard, play hard type of thing. And Spirit's like, well, what if you just did everything gently? Like, what if it all just calmed down? Because then you would get to enjoy it. It moves us then to our past. We have the moon. Now this connects us with Pisces energy. There is a connection here for somebody with water coming forward, but there is with the moon this sense of things have changed, and it's made us face fears that we didn't want to face. Okay, so the moon has come forward, and this is somebody at work. For somebody, this is somebody at work where you were plodding along on your path, or okay, you were doing your thing, and they were they were pulling your energy away. Like they were also having you do their work. And the fear is like, can I do this on my own? And also the fear is like, is it always going to have to be this way? Am I always going to be doing my work and their work and having all this stress and all this put on my shoulders? And the answer is no. So don't worry about that. But with the moon, we're seeing how we're changing. We're seeing how we want to move forward. We're seeing what even we're moving towards. And there's a sense of the two parts of us have been fighting. And we're very used to that. We're very used to this energy of, I've been fighting. I've been overwhelmed. I've been like, pushing towards something. I don't think this change will ever come. And it moves us now to our strength, and it's the fact that the change does come. There's a real sense here of, I've gathered up the knowledge, I've gathered up what I need, and I am moving forward. Is it overwhelming at times? Absolutely. Do I know that I'm absolutely 100% on the right course? No. But do I have to trust this? And do I have to take this leap of faith forward? Yes. Yes, we do. So there's this sense of, again, we want everything to be spelt out. We want it black and white page, black print. So we have this reference to go to. And Sagittarius, it's saying here, let it happen, because the organic is going to be so much more surprising and so much more fun. It's going to actually get us what we want. With our near future, we have a choice to make. We have something being revealed to us, and it's like, okay, what am I going to choose now? Now, I'm going to link in the description box below a book that I've listened to. It's on YouTube. It's completely free. And it's this book called The Law and the Promise by Neville, something that starts with a G. I forget his last name. And it's talking about imagination, which we have visualization coming forward, which imagination, just another word for visualization. And it is so profound. It's written in 1961. And, Wayne Dyer said that like this was the missing piece. This had him looking at things in ways that he hadn't before. So I'm just seeing here, it's like all of a sudden we're looking at something, and something we've always known, vocabulary we've always had, but it's being revealed to us in a different way. And all of a sudden, this is our near future. It's like, oh, that was it? That's what I was missing? Or that was the key component? Our suggested approach is the veil lifting from our eyes. Excuse me. The veil lifting from our eyes, this real sense of insight and ideas and, looking deeper into things, seeing people for, who they truly are, not just how they're presenting themselves. And as we're looking more deeply, we're seeing things in a different way. We're seeing an evolution, but also we're seeing our emotions, and we're seeing where we want to be. And it's very different than what we had expected it to be. And Spirit's saying here, just because it's different doesn't mean it's wrong. Even though we're going to think, oh no, this is different than what I thought, it can't be right. So there's something coming in, and it is kind of going to turn things on their head. And it's going to be really important that we're listening. It's going to be really important that we're seeing. Now, what we need to know is that we're going to try and be so just, so fair, so rigid in the rules that we're going to miss opportunities. Be mindful of this. This is saying, okay, let things be balanced, but there's also somebody around us. Spirit is showing another person coming forward, and this person is so busy trying to be liked, and they're trying to be liked by being so just and so altruistic that they're winding up digging a hole, like digging themselves into a hole or running something into the ground. And it's because they're listening to so many voices. They're looking at so many different things. We have to be mindful of this, because we can fall into that trap, and it moves us to our hopes and fears. There's something from our past that we want to recreate. There really is. And it's a sense of, I'm giving this gift, and I'm giving this gift because it helps me grow. It helps you to become. And it's something from our past that's moving us forward. It's something, they're words from our past. I see it more book oriented. So it's something that we're learning, that we've learned, that we understood. Okay, it can be a profession from somebody's past is coming forward, and they're presenting themselves in our lives that way. I'm seeing this as a person who has passed, or a person who's having a hard time connecting with us. Like they want to let us know, okay, I'm right here with you, but we're not seeing it. And I'm not sure if this person has passed on, or if this person, we're just having a bit of a hard time communicating with them. And they've been really focusing a lot of their energy of like, help us to open up this door, help us to be able to move forward. We're going to start seeing signs that things are changing. And that's going to be a really positive thing for us. Again, the person also has to act on these changes and help move things forward themselves. They can't just leave it all up to fate, or up to fate and then up to you. There is an energy here also of nostalgia. It's kind of like we hope that things could be like they once were, and we fear either that we won't be able to make it, or that it will be like things once were and we remembered it wrong. So just be aware of this. It brings us to our potential future. This is us rising out of darkness, rising out of the box that we were put in. It's rising to our power and to what we want. Our potential is to hear the call of our angels and to rise to new heights. And there's a real sense of, I'm coming out of the darkness. I'm stepping into me. It brings us to go deeper into our tarot energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. So we have our past, our present, and our future. We have the King of Cups, the Strength card, which is Leo energy, and the Two of Cups. So the King of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This is somebody who ruled the heart. This is somebody, I'm actually seeing this person as a person who made us rather nervous. This was a person who was very emotional and very all over the place. They had a very booming voice. They're presenting more as male. This can also be a female, or however they identify themselves. This is just going to be a very forceful energy. And it has taken us great strength to be able to move forward from kind of the scars that they've inflicted in our lives, and the way that they've kind of trained us. It's kind of like we learned how to respond a certain way because of their instability. They always had a smiling face to the outside world, but when the door was closed, they did not have a smiling face. So just be aware of that. There is an energy here of our greatest strength has been facing the fear that this person put into us. And as we face that fear, we're now opening up to love or a strengthening of our relationships in a way that we really want them to be. This person isn't having the same power over us that they once did. It moves us to our present, which is the Eight of Cups. We're walking away from something we once thought we would love. There's an ending here, and it's an honest, powerful ending. And we're saying, you know what, no more. Now, this ending can be as powerful or as profound as a divorce or an ending of a job or, a changing of careers. But it's also saying, I'm walking this path for me. I'm walking this for me, not for everybody else. And so there's also a sense of determination, of insight, of I get to walk this path on my own. And so it's almost saying like, I'm taking the reins, I'm taking my power back. And it brings us to our future. We have the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is we're pushing off the darkness. We are letting the light shine through, and we have to be very mindful, because as we push off the darkness, that can become our full-time job. Like looking at her part the curtains, it's like if she lets go, it's just going to close up again. And here it's like we're birthing ourselves forward. We need to learn not to fight all the time. We need to learn that there are certain things and there are certain people we'll never be able to change, right? Isn't it a law or a statement in psychology that 1 in 5 people won't like you? And so it's like, okay, that's fine. But I need to move forward in liking me, in going after what I want. And that's really changing the game for us. that's really helping us to see things much more openly and honestly than we had seen it before. It brings us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. During this time, Sagittarius, we're putting a lot of weight on our shoulders, and we need to be mindful of overthinking, overanalyzing, overworrying, and just feeling trapped. It brings us then to our subconscious past energy, and it's the Two of Cups. Now, didn't we have the Two of Cups right here? Yeah, we have the Two of Cups twice in this deck. Two different Two of Cups. Very similar, but different. And what we have here is the energy of a more mature understanding. You know, these people are more grown up. And so here there is a sense of, this is what I love and this is what I want, and a real knowing of it. Before, as we healed, there was a youthfulness to it, or a romanticized understanding of it. Subconsciously, we know a lot more than we gave ourselves credit for. It brings us to our subconscious self right now, and it's justice. It's justice, it's ideas, it's a sense of balance and insight, and knowing that we're holding that justice. We have to be just to ourselves, discerning to the energy that we want within our lives, and powerful within our own being. Remember, again, justice is Libra energy. We're finding this balance within us. We're finding this understanding within us. It moves us to our subconscious energy for the future, and that is the Two of Wands. We are looking out at things quite differently, and we're starting to see the world opening up to us in a way that we hadn't intended. A door is opening. How do we walk through it? How do we embrace it? That's the question here. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Hangman. It's the fact that we're seeing things quite differently than we have before, or somebody is seeing things quite differently. That energy comes in, and it's making us doubt. It's making us doubt the way that we're moving forward and what we're moving forward to. It brings us then to our subconscious chakra energy, and this is the solar plexus chakra of determination. We are headed to a place of rebirth, and it's just an emotionally powerful, challenging role to be able to get there, to be able to be reborn, to be able to go after what we want. And that is something for us right now that is pushing our boundaries, like pushing our barriers, pushing, like, it's kind of like what we thought we could do and what we can actually do. We're surprised. Okay, we're surprised at how determined and focused and insightful we are. All right, Sagittarius, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Sagittarius, and may blessings always be with you.